right, this week we're going over the final and the fifth installation of our Trail to the Road series. And then, you know, the videos after this we get back to actually the road part of it. This week we're going to talk a little bit about supplemental income for us. It's a mental thing. It's a little difficult to go from working for a living for 35 plus years and getting that paycheck that lands in your bank on a regular basis to not working for that paycheck, not, you know, I don't know.
The fixed income.
I mean,
our whole lives we heard of elderly people saying, "Oh, I'm on a fixed income."
Yeah.
And we were just like, "Oh, okay. Well, you're old, you know." Well, we're old now.
Now it's fixed income. And it's I get them. I've done the numbers. I've crunched the numbers. This is why I'm able to retire at my age. We're going to be able to live fine, you know, for a long, long time, you know, to basically carry on without having to clock in every morning. We'll be able to carry on our lifestyle with, you know, minor changes, of course, but nothing significant. So it's not a money worry for us. It's
a comfort more.
It's a lot of it is in our head. So we're looking at other ways to supplement that fixed part of our income. So like if her Subaru just ever finally decides to give up, we want to get her, you know, a new vehicle. That's going to be it'll be tight on the fixed income, but doable. But if we were to able to supplement that income to make it just like
easier,
more comfortable, that's what we're looking at. And one of the things we've looked at is the RV Training Academy down in Texas, and doing the RV inspector courses. I kind of looked at the RV mechanic certification, can't remember what it's called. Kind of looked into that, but my gosh, that's a lot of money they want for that course.
Are you leaning away from that now?
I am, because of two things. One is it's expensive. I mean, altogether it's 5 figures, and I don't know
how quickly you can get that back.
Yeah, I don't know what the ROI is on that one, considering the fact that I don't want to work full time. Now, if I was to be going into business as a mobile RV tech, I could see where you could make that money back. It seems like it would take a while to make that money back, though, as expensive as it is. So it's difficult for me to justify it. That's one reason.
Have any of you guys done it? Because I'm really curious about what your, you know, how it worked out for you.
Yeah.
And how much you had to work in order to get that return on investment.
Yes. It's quite the investment. It really is. And at this point in my life, yeah.
I mean, it would also help us with our own RV, but
yeah. Now,
still a lot of money.
I'm a shade tree mechanic. I grew up a shade tree mechanic. I've got decent troubleshooting skills, but this
There's also an awning mechanic. Sometimes there's no shade trees and you just pull out the awning. Go ahead. Anyway, where were we?
The dad jokes come from the wrong gender in this household, just in case you were curious. But this all leads into number 2. our Fleetwood motorhome that we have right now has been a wiring nightmare since the day we bought it. And I'm not wired that way. I can't process the wiring, the electrical part of things as well as I can do the mechanical side. The mechanical side, I can figure that stuff out.
It makes sense to you, but the wiring
the
doesn't
wiring
so much.
stuff, it frustrates me to no end. And if I was to be trained to be an RV tech, that is something that I'm sure I would learn. You know, I'm sure that's part of the process of getting the certification and all that. But it's not something that I've been comfortable with for my entire life. So I don't know. It's frustrating. So I don't know, you know, how well I would be at that. And then I'm in business and I'm working on somebody else's rig, and it's a wiring issue and I can't figure it out. I mean,
so it's kind of a confidence thing.
It is a confidence thing on that end, on the wiring end of it. The mechanical end of it, I got that. But
could you say I don't do wiring? I don't do the electrical part.
I don't do windows.
I don't do windows.
But I mean, that tied in with the investment, the money that it would cost, I just don't. Now, the other part of the RV Training Academy is the RV Inspector, which is something, you know, we're interested in doing. It is the only piece that I'm struggling with right now with it, and this one kind of crossed my mind yesterday or day before.
Yeah, you didn't tell me this.
We can do it. I mean, my gosh, Terry and I, you know, we haven't been married for this long because we don't work well together, okay? We do work extremely well together, and I think the two of us could tackle a camper very efficiently and, I mean, do a great job on it. We know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so I think we would do awesome at RV inspecting. I'm very confident with that. The part that has me
Concerned?
not concerned, I mean, I maybe a little. Is it a good?
Apprehensive. I'm going to come up with
There it
the
is.
word. Okay.
That's a good word. Is it a good field to get into part time? Because we're not going full time with it. We're not.
Right.
You know. We're not going to be answering the phone 40 times a day or whatever it is, you know, to go inspect RVs. It's going to be an every now and then thing where, okay, we're going to be in Sandusky, Ohio for 2 weeks.
It's like my understanding of Ubering or delivering food. You just look up, okay, yeah, I'll take something now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know, would it be successful if that's how we worked? If we were in Sandusky, Ohio, and we hung the shingle out, metaphorically, for those 2 weeks we're in Sandusky, would we get any work?
Because we have to keep up a license, right?
Yeah, you have to keep, and there's like, I'm going to reserve my opinion on this one. I'll keep my opinion on this deep down. There is like a requirement that you have continued education annually. So you have to take another course each year.
Which
over
makes
something.
money. Costs money for us.
Yeah, which costs money. So
Makes money
now
for
the
us.
overhead, the original investment for becoming RV inspectors is much less expensive than the RV tech side of it. So that part is appealing. The part that I am apprehensive about. I mean, I'll have to maybe I'll talk with them a little bit more. They're usually at the Dallas RV show in February, which this video is probably going to be out after February, but maybe I'll talk with them more to get some clarity on that, because I know I have heard of several people that do it on a less than full-time basis. So it's not like it hasn't been done. So that is one of the things we're looking into as far as supplemental. The other piece, one of the other things is, well, the YouTube thing. We've been doing this YouTube thing for quite a few years, and not putting a whole lot into the promotion side of it.
We're not promoters.
We are not promoters.
I guess we're not pushy. We don't.
No,
and being pushy isn't the right word, because some people are great promoters that aren't pushy, but we feel pushy when.
Right. We're not, again, wired that way. I put in a lot as far as editing the videos, and I want good quality videos out there. And quite honestly, that's probably why we have the subscribers that we have, is because both of us put a lot into these videos. We don't promote. The like, comment, subscribe. Comment below if you've got. We don't do a whole lot of that. I don't. A lot of people. At the end of this video, you'll see that come up on the end screen, but during the videos we don't often. We do every now and then, but we don't often ask you to give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
There you go. I did it.
We don't often do that, and because it's something that
It's fun. It's just for fun.
yeah. So we don't promote in that manner. My Facebook page had the 54 Nights Facebook side of it, but then my Facebook page got pulled down because I wasn't old enough to have Facebook. Whatever.
True.
So we lost that Facebook page. We have an Instagram, which I told her the other. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, or maybe it should be like, subscribe, like, comment below. Comment below, like, and subscribe. Subscribe, like. Anyway, we don't do a lot of that.
Maybe there's a reason why we don't do a lot of that.
we just don't. Like she said, we're not. We don't do a lot of self-promoting. And another thing that I don't like to do, and this is personal taste, this isn't necessarily a slam on other people on YouTube, because this works. I don't use
Clickbait.
Yes, the evening news clickbait, like deceptive titles,
Yeah, because we hate that. Like when you're like, oh, well, that's interesting. You get in there and it's nothing. Like, and if we hate that, we don't want to do that to you.
Blowout on the interstate, and they're showing a picture of their RV on the thumbnail, and you go in there and you find out that they drove by somebody that had a blowout on the interstate.
Had a flat tire.
It wasn't even them, and the only reason you were interested because you have become invested in these people, and you feel bad that they had a blowout on the interstate.
Yeah.
They're not the ones that had the blowout.
Yeah.
If camper catches on fire, oh no.
They just got
I
that
hope
camper.
they're okay, because they just bought that camper 6 months ago. Oh, it wasn't them. It was just something they saw on the news. 6 things you should always avoid doing at a campground. I am guilty of some titles like that, but hopefully they're not as deceptive as some of these are.
Well, I mean, a big headlining thing is okay. I mean, that's talking, even if it's a silly, I mean, I don't know. It's not, as long as it's not like kind of ruins it for somebody when they actually go in there to watch it.
Yeah. And I'm not big on telling people how they should be doing something. One of my favorite ones is, you know, why you've been cooking steak wrong for all these years. Well, if I've been cooking it wrong, it sure did taste good. Yeah.
Because one of my biggest issues about people on like a camping forum is you're not a real camper if you do this or if you don't do this.
Yeah, yeah.
You're all real campers, by the way. We're real campers. We're all real campers.
Yeah,
it doesn't
so,
matter.
you know, it's titles like that that actually drive views to a video. And just because of my own personal views on those titles, I don't do that. So, again, it's a self-promotion thing that we don't do. So, and with all that being said,
it doesn't mean we're brilliant because they're getting the views.
Yeah, no, they're making the money. You know, these folks are selling you products that they don't like, but you know, with all that being said, I don't see this YouTube channel ever getting the money that some of these other folks get. YouTube, the money that YouTube pays is not substantial. Where a lot of these folks make their money is in sponsorships and other things like that. So as far as supplemental income, yeah, it could become that way. I'm going to be putting a lot more energy into producing these videos better than what I've done in the past, and very much more consistent.
Like have more bike wrecks and stuff that we can record?
Oh my gosh, I will wreck bikes left and right. You know?
And I will film it left and right.
Yep. I'll stumble over logs on that bicycle and I'll lay there because she'll be like, "No, don't move. I need to get a picture."
Yeah, you might want to look that one up.
So, you know, there will be a lot more energy put into this YouTube channel.
We'll have more time.
Yes, I mean, after retirement, I've got more time, except for this part that actually has me smiling inside. My writing.
Oh, yes.
Now,
I will promote that for him. Look up C. Hollis, Hollis, Gunter, Gunter on Amazon, and you'll love his books. He's finishing the last of a series, and they're great. They get great reviews, even people that don't know us.
Yeah.
They really do.
Even people that aren't my mom. So that is something that I thoroughly enjoy, and it's been 10 years since I was able to finish a book. Putting in the time at work that I've put in, what is that, 4 or 5 times I've brought that up, I haven't been able to get into the headspace that I need to be in to write a novel or write a story. I've tried over the last 10 years. I have tried, and I just could not do it. And a lot of it was because I was so, and this is why I made the money I did when I worked. I was so involved with what was going on at work. It was not possible for me to entirely set it aside when I got home. Mm-hmm. But as detrimental as that was for 10 years, I'm retiring now. Here's a little spoiler alert, folks. As we're filming this right now, I am retired. So I have been writing for the last couple of weeks, every morning, 3 to 4 hours every single morning, working on my writing, and it feels so darn good, and it is something I thoroughly enjoy. I don't know that I could really tell you how much I enjoy it, especially when the words start flowing out. So that is, for me, a realistic income to supplement our fixed income. But it's not something that's going to happen next week. It's not something that's going to even happen this year, I don't think. But with the completion of this third novel, I think sales will start to pick up.
Because it'll finish the series. Some people don't purchase a series until the last book is written.
Right.
Because otherwise you have like George R.R. Martin, who never finished the Game of Thrones series. And
Yeah.
we're all mad at him. We're mad at you. I know you're watching this,
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin. We're mad at you. Finish that last book. And World of Nilrus, Nilrus. That's his Facebook page.
Yes. So anyway, that is our other supplemental income strategy.
Well, and I might be doing some pet photography.
Yeah, she is one heck of a photographer.
Pets. I'm not a photographer on everything, but I can do pets.
She's awesome. But we all know it's just the camera.
Yeah. What kind of camera do you use? That's really good. Yeah, the dog really perks up for this camera.
Not for my other camera.
Yeah. Only for the Canon.
But that's where we are on that subject. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's not that we need the money. It's just kind of a mental thing. It makes us feel better to see this money, to be able to still make money.
I think some of it is a mental thing that we've been working our whole lives for a paycheck.
Yeah.
So it feels weird to do nothing and think we're going to get money.
Yeah. No, it is totally. It is a completely foreign concept to me. When I got out of high school, I did not work for 2 months, maybe a month and a half, maybe less than that. And from that point on, I have not been without a job. So now that I am retired and I don't have a job, I haven't been to work in 2 weeks. It's an odd feeling. But
What was I doing the other day that I was like, well, I can put this back over here once Chris goes back to, oh, wait, that's not happening.
so, like I said, we're going to be hitting the road big time in April. We'll probably, hopefully, do a couple of little short trips in between now and then. I'm currently replacing the water heater in the Fleetwood. So, as soon as that gets done,
If it gets done.
there's wires connected to it, folks. Anyway, we'll catch y'all down the trail.
Bye-bye.